Hey everyone, so I am pretty excited to announce this, and I've been working on this for quite some time actually, before I even started Simple Strat. This is the Gap Scalper. Simple Strat Gap Scalper, and it is purpose built to trade Rob's Gapper list or anything else that gaps quite often. And as you'll see, there's some pretty good tickers that gap and reverse, and that's what this is really focused on doing. Again, it's fine-tuned. The code on the back end is built just for gap days. Okay, so it's not going to do anything else but trade reversals on those gap days. So let's go ahead and I want to open this up. Some of it's going to look similar to if you're using Simple Strat of the original version right now. Some of it will look a little bit the same. Some of it will look different. So let's go through this and let me just kind of explain some of this stuff. Most of it's pretty self-explanatory, but I figured it's not going to hurt. Account settings up here, same as Simple Strat the original. Your broker, your Simple Strat email address so that it finds your API configuration information, and all of the account stuff over here for your trade setups if you're trading shares. Start from and end to. These are dates that you can ring fence certain date and time, periods of time that you can see how things traded for that specific period. Maybe you're only interested in the month of May, or maybe you're interested in only the second week of June or whatever. So you can specify the start and the end. For purposes of this, what I'm about to show you, I've ring fenced everything just to April 1st, 2023. April 1st happens to be a Saturday, so it's actually April 3rd. But just to keep things round, I left it at April 1st, 2023 to today, current. Sessions, you can specify if you only want to trade on, maybe we don't want to trade on Mondays, maybe you just want to trade Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you can do that. Session start time and session end time, you're going to specify, just like it says, what time you want to start trading, what time you want to stop trading, or what time you want Simple Strat to alert you or take the trades, or not. I have this set for 9:30 to 10:45 on purpose because most of the activity takes place during that time, maybe a little bit more than that, maybe up to 11. But I find that if stocks are going to gap and crap, it usually does it in the within the first few minutes, if not an hour or so of the day. So I'm only looking at trades. I've ring fenced it so that we're only looking at trades during this time. So anything that we're going to look at on the charts moving forward is only going to be for trades taken between 9:30 and 10:45 Eastern time, which is the stock market. New York stock market. Gap time frame. I pretty much assume that everybody's going to choose the day, but if for some reason you want to choose a different time frame, like the first bar of the day on any time frame is going to be the opening of the day anyway. So, but just for the heck of it, I added it. If there's something I haven't thought about. Direction, long, short, stock, or options. At the money option expiration, you can select this Friday, you can select next Friday, or you can specify a date in this format over here as far as the expiration date of the option, and it will automatically trade that option for you. If this Friday or next Friday happens to be a holiday, then you'll have to manually specify the date for the expiration, regardless, because it's not going to obviously have an expiration on a holiday. Option contracts. So this is not going to calculate the number of contracts for you. You're going to have to specify how many contracts of SPY you want, or whatever, Intel. So like I said, it's going to only trade at the money, puts or calls, and those expiration dates. Flatten time, it's not going to really matter because, unless something really gaps and craps like the entire day, non-stop, then sure, then you can get out at this specified time if you want. It's not going to, most of the time, not going to matter. We're going to require the SPY continuity on the day and the hour. You can or you can't. You don't have to select that. I have it unselected. Targets. So I've simplified the targets in this Gap Scalper. So we can either have no target. We're just going to go based off of our trail. So it's going to stop us out on our trail. Or we can specify a price, a specific price itself. Or we can specify a dollar amount in profit or percent in profit. You can, if you're going to specify a certain price, then you're going to pick whatever price. Maybe it's the gap fill or something like that. And you're going to go ahead and write that price in here. You'll put, if you want to trade, if you wanted to exit at your target, and your target, anytime you're at $200 or above, you want to go ahead and exit the trade. It'll look like this. So we're going to say dollar profit target $200. So when you're in $200 in profit, you want to sell 50% of the trade, right? And so what that'll do is it'll sell $100. So you profit $100 and you'll have $100 worth of stock that continues to run and would get stopped out at the trail stop. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and stop it out at the trail. And so that's currently just, these things are disabled. Continuity. So you can add some extra layers of continuity if you want. So, on gap up or gap down days, I'm looking for reversals back, to fill the gap. So if it gaps up, I'm looking for, it to be red on the day, red on the 60. If you want to also add it to be red on the week and red on the month, you could do that. So up to you. So these are the entry time frames. If you're using Simple Strat, the original version, we have now a whole lot of nested time frames. In reversals, gap days, we don't really care about what the reversals are because it's, like Rob says, it's a shock to the system. And what really matters is that the day and the 60. So I'm looking for certain combos for us to, whatever combos I'm looking for my entry time frame to trigger in on, that's what I'm going to be selecting over here. For now, I just have 2 down, 2 up, but I can also select any one of these, that I want, and it'll, continue to adjust things over here and show you what the statistical, backtesting looks like. Keep it simple. I'm just going to use 2 down, 2 up. Trail type. By default, I have the high or the low of 1 bar ago, which is your traditional strat stop. And it's going to trail the prior low. And I like that because on the lower time frames, things reverse real quick, especially when things are extremely volatile with like the first hour of trading. However, you can select ATR or PSAR, or you may remember this, the last TTO from Simple Strat, the original, that is also in here. I'm going to leave it at high-low. And if you want to specify, if you're going to use PSAR or ATR, you can specify the parameters over here. And that's pretty much it. So the labels are these things, obviously, and your table over here. So now that we have explained this, it's not too complicated. It's actually pretty simple. So we're going to hit OK, and what we're going to do is we're going to take a look right now. The gap time frame, we selected the day, Intel, the profit for this. Remember, we're only going back to April 1st, 2013. So it's only 90 days from today, which is June 17th. So not even 90. April, May, so thereabouts. So let's have a look at this. So it's only going to be trading gap days, right? So let's zoom in here and see what we're looking at here. And again, it helps when you're looking at things if you find tickers that gap a lot, that often gap. So, we've got these trades that it took automatically. It entered, automatically, exited automatically. Go a little bit further back. This one, very little gap. Only lost $27 though. By the way, I'm only risking $100 a trade and I'm buying shares. and it automatically calculates the shares for me based off of the risk to reward, based off of the stop to entry point. Gap up, and it did not trigger anything, so it didn't trade it. Again, remember, we selected 2 down, 2 up. No, what did we select? We selected 2 up, 2 down. Close, Tim. All right, here's another one. Nothing, stellar. So $70, $69, $111, $112. Notice the losses, though. I mean, yeah, we're losing, but we're losing very small amounts compared to what we're winning, which is exactly what we want. So let's go to a couple more of these. I'm just going to go down the list here. MU, if you look at these win rates, 1 to 5, risk reward, 55%. So we look at this gap at the open on today's Saturday, June 17th. So it was yesterday, actually, June 16th. This one friggin' rocked. Look at this one. $729 on a $100 risk. Let's take a look at this one. Nothing huge by any means. Probably broke even, maybe lost a little bit. But look at the losses: $38, $52, $29. Nobody likes to lose, but if I'm going to lose, I like to lose those small amounts rather than the full 100. That's for sure. So let's keep going here. AMD 57, so a total of 35 trades. Again, we're on the 1 minute chart, only going back to April 1st, 2023. So, and today's January 17th rather. So we'll take a look at these. Only 1 trade here, and we've ring-fenced our trades, obviously, if you recall, to 10:45. So after 10:45, it's not going to take any more trades. So it took 1 trade that day. Here's another gap up day. Not bad. 90, 158, 62, 97. Small loss, small loss, small loss, small loss. Not as small as the others, but not terrible. Still, green on the day for sure. So we've got Qualcomm, 58% win probability, 1 to 7.3 risk reward. Let's go zoom in here if I push the right key. Again, small loss, small loss, small loss, small loss. So we pretty much broke even on this trade, maybe up a little bit on that day, I should say. $135, $264, small loss. 1 trade, $217. And so, I mean, you look at the way that these execute. We'll take a closer look right here. So we're, again, if you remember the settings, we are a 2 up, 2 down, and it's automatically red on the day and red on the 60. So we know that if we're below. So this is the open up here. So we know that if we're below the open, we're obviously red on the day and red on the 60. It took this strat signal right here, the 2 up, 2 down, and it just wrote it, so we bought it here. I mean, let's do some math real quick. So we bought it here and went to here. So it was a 67-cent profit per share. So definitely not bad there. Okay, well, banks, I don't know. Oh, that's an interesting one. Look at this one. 91%. That's an anomaly. I mean, 11 trades, so there's 1 massive trade in here, but nonetheless, not going to turn that away. City. Yeah, these are still pretty good. So let's take a look at, now that we've seen, you know, some of the tickers that I have, let's see how these did with Rob's gap lists. So let's pop this in here. I'm going to shrink this down a little bit. And Rob's got some construction going on next door apparently. So where is... Okay, Adobe. This was yesterday, June 16th, 2023. So Adobe, let's see what Adobe did yesterday. A lot of trades. Looks like, I don't think we won on this as far as the day. 40, 90, you know, maybe 160-ish, so 80. I don't know, maybe we did. Maybe we squeaked out a little bit of a win, I don't know. But you know, not terribly impressive with that. So light is another one. Lumen. Let's see what we did here. 67, 151, 15, 4, 299, 432. Well, this was a banger, as the kids say. Small loss. I'm not excited about that, but nothing we can do about it. Small loss, small loss. So yeah, this was a friggin' awesome one. I should have named this shooting fish in a barrel, because this is like shooting fish in a barrel here. Space, let's check space. Another good one. 96, that's not good. 45, 33, what's that? 50, 80, 117, 175. Okay, well, we're still winning that day for sure. So if we took Rob's gap list, yeah, we would have been up, and we risked $100 per trade. I mean, we would have probably been up with those 3 tickers alone. We would have been up over $1,000 for the first hour and 15 minutes worth of trading in the trading hour, and yeah, to 10:45. So 9:30, 10:30, hour and 15 minutes. So not too bad. Let's go one more down. Let's see, where's the next gap list? Gap list, gap list, gap list. Anybody sees it, call it out. I'm kidding. Okay. What is it? No, HUM. HUM. This would have been 3 days ago, so it would have been Wednesday. All right, so this was a gap down. I only have, I'm showing shorts right now, so gap down would be a long opportunity. It looks like it wouldn't have done anything anyway. It didn't reverse. It goes, by the way, this goes long also. I'm showing you I just configured everything for the short side right now. UNH. Nope, that's another gap. It's another gap down. So we were looking for long there. SYK. Okay, there we go. Let's see, 291, 22, 14, 15. Small loss, small loss. That's what we want. And those were pretty substantial wins for me. 49, 46, 28, 46. Still win. Still win. Okay, well, I think I've showed you enough examples here. Like I said, I mean, this thing is quite powerful, and if you have automated trading capabilities, with Simple Strat, and if you have, if your broker is supported by Simple Strat, then you're ready to rock and roll. If it's not, please reach out to me. I'm trying my best to keep up with everyone's requests as far as coding, and it unfortunately takes a bit. So definitely reach out. Thanks so much, and please ping me with any questions.